Unveiling Time, Mastering When in Non-Defining Relative Clauses. Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting lesson in our English language learning series. Today, we're going to talk about a very specific and interesting topic, using when for months in non-defining relative clauses. This can help you create more natural, fluid sentences when you're talking about specific times in the past or future. Before we dive into the heart of the matter, let's do a quick refresher on what non-defining relative clauses are. These are clauses that give us extra information about the subject, but do not define it. They are always separated by commas in a sentence. For instance, my sister, who lives in New York, is a teacher. Here, who lives in New York, is a non-defining relative clause. It gives extra information about my sister, but it's not essential to identify her. Now, let's focus on the word when. In English, we often use when to talk about a specific moment or period of time. In non-defining relative clauses, when is used to provide additional information about a particular time period, be it a day, a month, a year, or even a century. Today, we'll particularly look at its use for months. The use of when in relation to months helps create specificity and clarity in our sentences. Imagine you're telling a story or recalling a memory from a particular month. When comes in handy to add this detail in a seamless manner. Let's consider an example. Last year, I visited France in June, when the weather was beautiful. Here, when the weather was beautiful, is a non-defining relative clause. It gives us extra information about the month of June but doesn't define or limit June in any way. Other examples could be 1. I started my job in August, when the company had just launched a new project. 2. She moved to the city in April, when the cherry blossoms were in full bloom. In each of these sentences, the non-defining relative clause is adding color and context to the time we're talking about, making the sentences richer and more interesting. And that's a wrap on using when for months in non-defining relative clauses. As we've learned today, this simple structure can dramatically improve your expressiveness and fluency in English. Keep practicing with different sentences, and soon you'll be using this naturally in your conversations. Remember, the key to mastering any language is practice, practice, and more practice. We hope you found this lesson helpful. Stay tuned for more interesting lessons in the future. Happy learning, and see you next time.